gonna donate those organs. Or else. Whew. No kick. I like it. All right. Well, some interesting things happened in the news today. Something a little scary, and I think we all should kind of be a little more concerned about these kind of things, because apparently it seems to be happening a little more often than we'd like. Check this out. Comatose woman woke up moments before organ harvesting surgery, but pushy donor boss told doctors to operate anyway. This article here is from the Daily Mail. Definitely check it out. It is eye-opening, for sure. Daniela Gallegos said she feels lucky to be alive after organs were almost taken by pushy doctor bosses when she fell into a coma in 2022. This is a common fear among people who put their organ donorship on their driver's license. You can go to the DMV and you can be like, hey, I want to, this is the girl right here. I want to donate my organs after I die. It only makes sense. I mean, it seems like a good idea. You're like, hey, I want to, I ain't using them anymore. Somebody else might be able to get helped by this. That's a great idea. Well, the fear among people who don't do it is that they're less likely to try and save your life if they know they can get organ donation out of you. It's not entirely nefarious. It's more human nature than anything else. And that's where people kind of forget to apply human nature. You're more likely to be a little more lazy. You're less likely to want to, do the work and save somebody's life if you're like, we could save like 5 people if this guy dies. And that's pretty much what I think goes through people's heads. It's not like, let's kill this guy. It's more, he's probably already gonna die. Let's just let him. And I think that takes away from the urgency of saving a life. On my card, it's an organ donor, but I'd obviously want to be dead first. So let's take a look if they write anything else interesting here. Without any hope, her family agreed to donate her organs. She suffered a medical emergency, unspecified, at the Presbyterian Hospital in Albuquerque, New Mexico. You would think this would be in another country. It seems like another country, but it's not. It's here in America. It's in New Mexico, which is not part of Mexico. I know people get that confused for some reason. On the day her organs were set to be taken, one of her sisters said that was adamant that she was still sentient because they saw her move while holding her hand. During a pre-surgery room, still in a coma, but still technically alive. They keep you pretty much alive, I guess, to make sure that your organs don't rot before they can get them out. She was able to blink her eyes on the medic's command. The organ coordinator in the room saw this, told doctors they should still apply the patient, they should still add morphine to the patient and go ahead with the surgery. No. They brought her out of surgery, and she went on to make a full recovery. She's quoted in saying, "I feel fortunate to be alive." Paraphrased. That is crazy. That is the fear of everyone who thinks they're going to donate their organs and be like, hey, I'm willing to donate. That's a great idea. I could save some lives. This is what happens. And apparently, it's not the only case. Let's see. They go on to say... a veteran nurse says that all they care about is getting the organs. They're aggressive and it's sickening. And he is responding to the organ donation process. A lot of the donor services out there, they are... You got to remember, these people aren't trying to be evil. They're simply taking the negative outlook on life instead of a positive one. He's probably not going to make it. The glass is always half empty for these people. It's never half full. And that's a bad way to look at things when it's your family member on the table and a few extra bits of work could save their life. And you're like, well, can't you do this or this? And they're like, well, we could, but we really want those organs. Because this person, while you only have a 10% chance of life, the other person that we could donate the organ to has a good 70 or 80% chance of life. And the math adds up for them. The sad thing is, though, 10% is still 10%. If I had a 10% chance of living, I'd take it. Let's keep going. This guy here was set to be removed from life support and his organs taken in 2021 when he suddenly woke up moments before. He suffered obvious neurological injuries but survived the ordeal. So they call it donation after circulatory death is when they are deciding when to go ahead and donate your organs. They define it as a patient is not deemed medically deceased but is not likely to recover. That's just scary. If my family member watches this and I'm in the hospital for some reason, don't give up on me. Give me plenty of time to see if I can get out of this thing. Let's see. In Kentucky, a federal investigation this year found that state's organ procurement organization had ignored signs of increasing consciousness among 73 donors, including a man whose organs were pursued even as he shook his head and pulled his knees up to his chest. Dang! I mean, that's about as live as you could pretty much get. That's just terrible. That's what scares people. That's why people hate doctors, they hate hospitals. There's a time and place to be methodical and logical, and it's not when somebody's family member is, close to death, but not quite dead. Misty Hawkins, which is this lady here, was found to be still alive after they already sawed into her chest. She fell into a coma last year after choking while eating and spent weeks in the hospital for her mother was forced to make the decision of taking her off life support. Weeks that's not really a long time to be on life support. I guess, I don't know. I'm not a doctor. The surgeon sawed through her breastbone only to discover that her heart was still beating. It took her 103 minutes after she was taken off life support to be declared dead. Isn't that kind of long? I mean, I'm not a doctor, but that seems like a long time. Unfortunately, she still passed, obviously. That is a lawsuit, I think. I would love to see that be tried in court, because you could make the case that this procedure is what killed her. I mean, most people don't survive being sawed through the chest. It's not really a thing you should have done every day. But hey, what do I know? I'm not a doctor. I'm not even a lawyer. I need to go back to Greendale Community College. Anyway, passed away a short time later. So, what do you guys think? I mean, are you an organ donor? Does that kind of stuff scare you? It kind of scares me. I don't know what I would do. I'm glad I'm not a doctor and have to think these things through. It's insane what goes on in the world. I cannot, for the life of me, see how a person can look at someone as more of a commodity than a person. That's somebody's mom, dad, brother, sister, son, daughter. How do you look at them and go, boy, I see a heart, 2 lungs, there's a liver right there. I could probably even use the stomach. There's definitely just 2 kidneys. That's 2 people I could probably get them to. There's a lot right there I could use. I sure hope he dies. And it's that mentality. I guarantee you more of them think, I hope he dies, versus I hope he lives. And it's, like I said, a logical way of thinking. If that person dies, I can save 10 people with all those organs. 1 person for 10. Mathematically, it makes sense. But that's what separates us from the machines. We look at that and go, well, it's still a person. Somebody's love is destroyed because of this person dying. The machine can't do that. Maybe the people who do organ donation should look more at their possible patients as their friends and family and think, how would I feel if this was my mom, my dad, my friend? Maybe that would change things a little bit, and maybe we wouldn't have stories like this, because apparently it seems to be happening far too often. Anyway, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. I hope you have a blessed day, and we'll see you next time.